What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, the city of Chicago, it's a great city. Shout out to the brothers that are from there. It's a city that has a lot of influence. It's a big financial center in the United States of America. But unfortunately, what happens here is the city of Chicago has been ruined due to bad leadership. Just like the city of Detroit. Bad leadership. And bad leadership can ruin great cities. Okay? Now, amongst some of the most terrible mayors in the history of Chicago, up at the top must reign Lori Lightfoot. Now, despite being very talented as an attorney, she went to the prestigious University of Chicago. She's the first LGBT black woman elected to a major city in the United States. Now, let me just say this. I could care less about what someone's sexuality is. Because I believe that now in America, despite, what you may feel about gay marriage or gay relationships, I think that it is evident that people in the LGBT community have proven that they can be competent, that they are just as talented as those people who are heterosexual. And that's kind of been debunked in the last 20 years. Nobody will believe that somebody is less or less talented because they're gay or more talented because they're straight. But I believe that despite her academic acumen in productivity and in individual performance, coming into the mayor of Chicago, she is actually terrible. She's offered gang members ridiculous things. We won't even get into that. It's a joke. But I want to kind of get into this newest lawsuit that she is being sued by the former attorney of the city of Chicago. Now, she tried to berate a group of attorneys during a very heated meeting over the removal of the Christopher Columbus statue. Now, it was removed following the unrest of George Floyd, but what happened was that she got into it by blocking a deal with an Italian American group to display that statue on Columbus Day in the Columbus Day parade. All right. She berated the lawyers who created that deal, asking them if they went to law school or if they were dumb and things like that. Now, people can get into arguments behind the scenes, and that's fine. You can kind of throw shots at people and talk about how dumb they are. That's obvious. I mean, it's petty, but I can see something going that far. Oh, she called us dumb. Okay, fine. But then what she says is that, you're out here measuring your D with the Italians to see who got the biggest D. You're out here stroking your D. I'm trying to keep Chicago police officers from being shot, and you want to get them shot. And my D is bigger than yours. In Chicago, I have the biggest D in Chicago. Now, this is hearsay, but obviously there are going to be people that are going to be there to verify this. And the reality is that Lori Lightfoot is a lesbian. I would believe that in a relationship, she plays more, and I don't know, of the more masculine role, which is why she's talking about she has the biggest D. Now, I just want to say this. If this was a black man, regardless of his sexuality, talking like this, he is absolutely, automatically out of power. Out of power. No exceptions. You can never say anything like this in a major metropolitan city like Chicago and still be there. But I would not even be surprised if she gets reelected despite this. Now, what I want to say is, why can she say it? Lori Lightfoot is intelligent enough to understand that she has on her betting edge, believe it or not, that she's a part of two protected groups. She's a black woman. She's part of the LGBT community. And I believe because of the power that both those groups have, she most likely feels that she can get away, if this is true, with saying something like this. In my honest opinion. Because, who are you to say that I said it? And if so, I have the cards I can pull on my behalf that could obviously protect me. Now, I wanted to say this. There are a lot of people in the black female community who will never talk like this, or in the LGBTQ community. But I believe that sometimes people, when they know that their specific groups have power, they may try to flex it to see if they can get away with things. Not everybody does this, I'm pretty sure. There are people in every community that are gonna conduct things decent and in order. We see it with the heterosexuals, we see it in the LGBT community. There are people gonna be professional, but then you have some people who feel that they can get away with saying things. And even in the black community, we do that. We try to get away with things because we know we can get away with it. But what I wanna tell you, if this is true, Lori, what we need to do is look at your tenure as mayor of Chicago. Let's look at crime. Let's look at unemployment, okay? And a lot of people look at you as being incompetent. And the reason why you're incompetent is because of how you talk, how you run your administration, okay? You're one of the worst mayors in the city's history, okay? Many people feel that you are a joke, all right? You're constantly being criticized by even people in your own party about how chaotic your leadership is, okay? From the school boards to the public schools to the police department, okay? People think you're a joke, all right? A complete joke. It's not even me saying that. Just Google her. She has trouble. Look at the Chicago Sun-Times. Look at the Washington Post. Lori Lightfoot's chaotic leadership in Chicago threatens to squander the promise of her election. This has nothing to do with sexuality here. But this is all about being incompetent. Look at the nation here. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has failed Chicago. People are requesting for your resignation. All right? And to add insult to injury, you do this. This is the reason why a lot of people move away from cities that have high black populations. If you want to get something done, you leave Detroit, you leave Chicago, you leave Memphis, you leave Little Rock. Because black liberals and black Democrats have shown that they will fail you and they will embarrass you at each time. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.